Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Now at 6, the final push to be on the November ballot.
Tonight, we're working for you as you cast your vote.
We're live in Northern Virginia at the Terry McAuliffe Election Night headquarters, working for you to show you what the Democratic governor candidates are doing to earn your vote.
The radar is lit up with storms once again this evening. We're going to see more scattered storms by the time we get to Wednesday. Thursday and Friday appear to be the wettest days of the week. We'll talk about that, plus a look at your weekend. That's coming up in a few minutes.
And getting right to that weather tonight, there's a flash flood warning under effect right now.
And your local weather authority is tracking this storm system. Here's a live look right now from downtown Roanoke. You get an idea what we're talking about. It is looking dark and stormy out there.
Yeah, meteorologist Justin McKee joins us now. So, Justin, where exactly are we focusing on?
You know, that view of the sky cam is really where we're tracking right now. Now, we just had the severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect for Roanoke County, Roanoke City, as well as Salem. Come to an end. Does not look like the Weather Service has extended that over into Bedford or Botetourt County. We'll, of course, let you know if that does happen. The only active alert is on the backside of where this storm was coming from over in Montgomery County, as well as Roanoke County and Salem. And the Weather Service telling us we could see as much as 4 inches of rain per hour in the heaviest of these cells. Here's a look at a little bit of an approximation on the precipitation rate for a little bit of this activity up in the northern portion of Roanoke County. So definitely watching the heavy rain, the lightning, the strong winds, the potential for hail as we go into the evening. Everything is being really strengthened by the warmth, the humidity. You can see the dip in the temperature in Roanoke just in the last few minutes, all the way down to 71 with this storm coming in. Further to the east, still quite warm and humid. Lynchburg, Martinsville, Danville, South Boston, all in the 80s at the moment. This evening, we're going to keep the chance for rain anywhere from 20 to 40%. It is going to be coming down as we go into the evening. Also, the temperature is starting to come down a little bit, but it's still going to be muggy and mild overnight tonight. Your lows in the 60s. Very similar setup as we go into Wednesday. Then it goes even wetter Thursday, Friday. That forecast in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Justin. And your other top headline today, primary elections in the Commonwealth as 13 people vie for the Democrats' 3 top spots, eventually running against the GOP picks.
We have live team coverage across Virginia working for you this election day. You still got just about an hour to get out and cast your votes.
And 10 News reporter Annie Schroeder is live in the newsroom. So, Annie, there's more than just governor, lieutenant governor, and attorney general on the ballot.
Yeah, that's right, John and Lindsay. For example, people in Roanoke City will also be choosing their Democratic candidate for sheriff, but it really depends on which locality you're voting in because every ballot is different. Now, election workers that we have spoken with throughout the day said there hasn't really been any too many large crowds or anything like that, but there has been a steady stream of people. Now, while turnout for in-person voting in Roanoke City is still relatively low this year, more people chose to vote early in this election. Roanoke City's director of elections believes more people are becoming comfortable with voting in person again.
The in-persons outnumbered the by mail about 3 to 1. So the COVID aspect of people wanting to stay home and vote by mail, that's diminishing, and I think more people are getting excited about coming out, and that's good.
Now, of course, polling places are open through 7 o'clock tonight. To find your polling place, you can always head over to the Department of Elections website. And, of course, we'll be covering all those local and statewide races, bringing you the latest results as we get them. Live in the newsroom tonight, Annie Schroeder, 10 News, working for you.
Today, Democratic candidates make their final push for governor, and the latest WASM poll shows former Governor Terry McAuliffe is the one to beat. 10 News reporter Shane Dwyer joins us now live from McAuliffe's camp in Northern Virginia. So, Shane, how are candidates trying to get last-minute voters?
Lindsay, hitting all those points, whether it's being active on social media, making team member phone calls to try to get people out to the vote, or just going out to the polls. We know that they've been crisscrossing Virginia today, trying to engage with voters and earn their vote. We're here at the McAuliffe camp in Northern Virginia this evening, where they are set up to watch the results come in. Now, as you said, pollsters have long been saying that Terry McAuliffe is expected to be the winner in this primary race. Now, a recent Roanoke College poll showed that Jennifer Carroll Foy in a distant second. This poll came out on Friday. She is in Alexandria tonight with her crowd. Jennifer McClellan is polling third in that poll, and according to Roanoke College, she is in Richmond tonight at a local small business. The poll also shows Justin Fairfax and then Lee Carter rounding out the bottom. Fairfax is not doing a watch party this evening, but rather streaming on Facebook, and Carter's team says due to the pandemic, he'll be at home with his family. And that is where they will be watching their results. Now back out with us live here. McAuliffe's staff are beginning to arrive, and the event is expected to ramp up here shortly. We'll have our next live report coming up tonight on 10 News at 7. Live in Fairfax County, Shane Dwyer, 10 News, working for you.
And we're working for you this primary day. As soon as the polls close at 7, we'll bring you another live report, as he just mentioned. Even when we're not on the air, though, get the latest results by downloading the WSLS 10 News app. And tonight at 11, political expert will break down what the results mean for the November election.
Lynchburg City Council already looking ahead to November. The Conservative Parents of Lynchburg group is pushing for a referendum that would change the school board to an elected board. Right now, members are appointed by City Council. The group's founder says too many parents have concerns about curriculum, school resource officers, and the budget.
A lot of parents are having issues. This isn't just one or two small groups of people. You're seeing concern all over the community, and it's the reason we're talking today. It's because people are talking about it and they're concerned about it.
The group has until the end of the month to collect 6,000 signatures. Right now, they have about 2,000.
Continuing to follow breaking news tonight, where we've learned Virginia Tech will now require a vaccination to return in the fall. In a letter, President Dr. Tim Sands said the requirements are in response to the CDC's guide for higher education institutions. All students will be required to get vaccinated by August the 6th. Employees will be encouraged to be vaccinated by August 15th, but not required. There are medical and religious exemptions. An alarming statistic tonight. COVID-19 cases have doubled in the Roanoke City and Allegheny Health Districts since last week. Right now, the region is at 107 cases. That's up 50 from 52 a week ago. As of yesterday, 10 people are in the hospital. There were only 4 last week.
The fact that we've gone backwards this past week rather than forward is concerning, and it's just a reminder to us that COVID is still in our community and we still need to take precautions.
Our local health director says vaccinated people can enjoy life as normal, but if you aren't vaccinated, don't let your guard down.
And we're getting a better look tonight at the crime in the Commonwealth. Virginia State Police released the report, and we are working for you to break down the 500 pages. It's a lot to read. Authorities say more than 300,000 incidents were reported in 2020. The Commonwealth saw a 2% decrease in violent crime compared to 2019, but homicides, murder, increased about 23%. We've got the full report at WSLS.com. Happening right now, the Roanoke Gun Violence Prevention Commission is getting updates on the work that's been done so far. You're looking live at that meeting. Leaders have been focusing on safer neighborhoods, education, and gang violence reduction. They're also giving funding updates. We'll let you know if anything comes out of that meeting tonight on 10 News at 11.
A song of survival. Meet the local college graduate with a big voice and story that's taking center stage on America's Got Talent tonight. Her stage name is Nightbird, but she certainly sounds like a songbird.
Yeah, a Liberty University grad is already making waves with her America's Got Talent audition.
All day, oh my, now I can't hide. Said I knew myself, but I guess I lied. It's okay.
I want to hear more,
I know.
right? Yeah, so that is 30-year-old Jane Marcheski, and she'll appear on tonight's episode. Her voice wowed the judges, but it's her story that will make you fall in love with the singer.
Yeah, Marcheski was given 3 to 6 months to live at the beginning of 2020 and wants to provide hope through her music.
It's been really healing for me to write these songs, telling myself everything's going to be okay and everything's going to get better. And to see those songs mean something to other people it's the greatest reward of all.
Oh, man. Okay, you can watch tonight's episode right here on WSLS 10 starting at 8 o'clock.
The storm we've been tracking, no longer severe, but we're still watching a flash flood warning in effect until 11:45. That is going to be for Montgomery, Roanoke County, as well as the city of Salem. Tracking this for you coming up after this break.
Still to come, the 100 deadliest days for driving.
Taking your eyes off the road for just 2 seconds doubles your risk of being in a crash.
The #1 cause of distractions.
It's the time of year AAA has dubbed the deadliest for driving, especially for teens.
Yeah, as we reported, this crash that you're looking at happened over the weekend. It killed one teen and sent another to the hospital. And while we still don't know the cause of this accident, it is a stark reminder of the dangers obviously out on the road.
New at 6, 10 News reporter Courtney Lockie shows us how you can help keep your teens safe.
More than 7,000 people were killed across the nation in accidents involving teens between Memorial Day and Labor Day during the past decade. AAA refers to this time period as the 100 Deadliest Days and says drivers between the ages of 16 and 17 are 3 times more likely to be involved in a deadly crash than those 18 and older.
Teen drivers just don't have a lot of that experience. You know, they're still learning. Each and every day is still learning for them.
State police say 64 teenagers were killed last year and more than 6,000 were hurt in crashes. So far this year, teen driver deaths have more than doubled from last year. So what can you do?
Avoid all those distractions as they're getting into the vehicle. Make sure that they buckle up each and every time. Obey those speed limits. Don't tailgate. Use the turn signals.
According to AAA, smartphones are the #1 cause of distractions, something police say they hope a 2020 law will deter.
You can no longer hold your cell phone while you're driving, so that's really important. We need teens and everyone on the roads to put their phones down, pay attention to the road, and pay attention to what's going on around you.
Experts say it's always important to have a safe driving talk with your kids, but more important to lead by example when they're in your passenger seat. Courtney Lockie, 10 News, working for you.
State police have a summer campaign called Arrive Alive, which started in March, and it goes through the summer months. And we have more information about the program on our website.
Your local weather authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
We have sort of team coverage tonight from meteorologist Chris Michaels. He's tracking this storm for you, and this is a look at a time lapse he took here in Roanoke as it has been moving into the valley over the last hour or so. We'll go ahead and get a live picture from the Roanoke Blacksburg Regional Airport, and you can see that the visibility has really decreased as the heaviest rain associated with this storm tracks through the area. So we'll give you a current picture at the radar. So the Weather Service over in Blacksburg, they did not decide to extend the warning because it does look like the warning is, or the storm is weakening as it pushes to the east. So Bedford, Botetourt County, you're not under a severe thunderstorm warning, but still potential for a strong storm as it tracks to the east. The flash flood warning is where this storm once was. It actually was prompted by 4-inch-an-hour rainfall rates, and we have a current picture of how much rain is falling in the heaviest portion of that cell, about 1 inch an hour. So we'll make sure that that flash flood warning does not get extended. And of course, if you're seeing flooding where you live, turn around, don't drown. The chance for rain is going to be coming down as we go into this evening, so that's very good news. In fact, this storm that we're tracking right now is basically the only one that's in the area. You can see we're completely dry by the time we get to your Wednesday morning, but the chance for rain does peak again as we go into tomorrow afternoon. The temperature did briefly dip as that storm came through the Blacksburg and Roanoke area. You see we're down into the low 70s in the Star City right now. Further to the east, though, we're still seeing the warmth and the humidity. The Salem Red Sox are certainly hoping that that storm that we've been tracking is out of the area so they can get that storm, or that game rather, going at about 7:05. Does look like the temperature falls into the upper 70s. By the time that game gets going, you're going to see lows in the 60s to close to 70 degrees overnight tonight. The dew points staying elevated, so it is going to stay muggy out there, and we're going to see the same kind of warmth and humidity as we go into your Wednesday. Low point for us is the New River Valley in the low 80s, the middle 80s for the Highlands, and then the upper 80s to close to 90 degrees if you live in Roanoke, Lynchburg, or Southside. And of course, we'll have the scattered storms in the forecast on Wednesday, mainly during the afternoon and evening. More widespread rain in the forecast as we go to Thursday, Friday. If you are tired of having to hear about these showers and storms and, you know, the rain pitter-patting against the house or the windshield, it does look like we'll see some drier conditions as we go into the weekend as well as early next week. So here's a look at what we're tracking. So what's the reason for these showers and storms? Well, we've had this low pressure system out to the west for a couple of days now, and the flow around that is counterclockwise, and you basically have a whole lot of moisture coming from the Gulf of Mexico into our area. So that's going to be the case tomorrow morning and really settles in as we go into Thursday. The yellow colors on here indicate very high moisture that is going to be moving into the area, and as the moisture increases, that means the chance for rain increases. A 70% chance on Thursday and Friday, and that's actually going to be When we're watching for the highest risk for some potential flooding, you can see moderate risk for Thursday and Friday. Wouldn't be surprised maybe we had a couple of advisories or warnings on Wednesday either, but the higher threat for that would certainly be later in the week. So make sure you stick with us and we'll let you know what's going to be going on there. 69 the low overnight tonight. I do think these storms going to wrap up pretty soon and we'll see mostly cloudy skies eventually tomorrow. More of the same. 89 the high, mostly cloudy, and a 40% chance of rain. That does increase to 70% as we go into Thursday and Friday. Going to be quite wet on both of those days. The temperature is actually going to be coming down a little bit as we get a little bit more rain. Starts to dry out as we go into Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday next week, not looking too bad.
All righty, thank you, Justin. Blacksburg's PGA Tour star back in town to give a boost to local junior golf.
I played the AJGA in 2005 and 2006, and then I went off to college, and so now 15 years later to be able to host an event at my home course in Blacksburg, Virginia, and raise a bunch of money for local charities is really cool.
He came and picked me up at my house, and we played 2 holes, and he was talking about how he played here as a kid, and not a lot of people come out of Blacksburg. I go on the tour, and Lanto being one of them is pretty cool, and having his own tournament here is really fun.
All right, the Lanto Junior Championship runs through Thursday. Boys and girls ages 12 through 19 competing on the course where Lanto cut his teeth, Blacksburg Country Club. 3 little words, 1 big highlight, cut it out. Want to know why John Carlin is not bringing donuts tonight? Here's why. $3.1 million for a Tom Brady signed rookie card. I'm told the transaction has already occurred. Worthy of your cut it out.
There goes retirement.
Boom.
There it is.
Nightly news is coming up next.
We'll see you back here at 7.